Now let's talk about the addition operation to our binary search tree. So we are going to have a function add, and it will receive the address of new node. Okay, so let's call it the new node. Okay, so new node contains the value, and we have to add this value to our add this node to our binary search tree. Okay, so let's remind ourselves to this of this binary search tree property that we have to follow while adding. Okay, so anything to the left is less than or equal to, anything to the right is greater than or equal to. Okay, so we have to do addition with this binary search tree property. Okay, so when I start adding, the first thing I have to ask is my tree empty? Okay, if my tree is empty, then it's a trivial case. My new node will become my root. Okay, so last question, if my root is equal to null, if that's the case, then I simply say that my root is equal to my new node, and then I return. Okay, so done. That's a trivial case. However, if my tree is not empty, there is something else I need to do. But before that, let's make sure that this new node is properly formatted. Okay, so what we will do is that at the beginning, okay, right here at the beginning, what we will do is that we will ensure that this new node dot left, we'll set it to null, and we'll set also the right equal to null for this new node. Okay, that is something we have to do. Okay, and we'll also ensure that for our new node the parent is initially null. Okay, but that is not really required because we will anyway modify that, but only in the case when there is no new there is existing node. If the tree is empty, then we have to also ensure that our new node dot parent is also set to null. So when we begin our addition operation, no matter what, we'll first set these three properties, left, right, and parent, all are set to null. Okay, so that the node is in isolation. If the tree is empty, we simply make this new node as our root, and then we return. Otherwise, what we have to do is we have to start iterating through our tree. Okay, so let's say that I use a variable current to track of the node that we are tracking, and I start from the root. Okay, and now I will need a looping construct to go through the tree. Okay, so what is the idea? Go to the root, okay, and compare the value in root with the new value that you have. If it is less than or equal to, go to the left. If it is greater, go to the right. Okay, that's the idea that we have. So now what condition we require for our looping construct, let's think about it later, but let's come inside and write this idea first. So I will ask question, if the value in my new node dot val is less than or equal to the current dot value. Okay, if that's the case, then I will do something. But if that's not the case, then it is clear what is the result. It means that the value is higher. Okay, fine. So else I have to do something, and that is the block that we will write. Fine, but that's it. I mean, that's all that I need to do. Okay, so I have to check what needs to be done. Okay, in these two blocks. Okay, so let's call it block 1, let's call it block 2, and then that would be my value. Okay, so now let's try to write the block 1. Okay, what should I do if I know that the value in my new node is less than the node that I'm looking at? Okay, so then first possibility is that, well, my current node doesn't have a left child, and the value that I'm trying to insert through new node is less than or equal to the value in the current node, then my new node should become the left child of the current node, and then I have completed my insertion while maintaining the binary search tree property. So what I will do is I will ask question, if my current dot left is equal to null. Is it null? If it is null, then what should I do? Then it's clear, I should do the insertion. Okay, then I will say that my current dot left will be equal to the new node, and for my new node I will say that new node dot parent, right? So new node dot parent will be equal to the current node, and then I return. I'm done with the insertion. Okay. However, if I know that the value that I'm trying to insert is less than the value in the current node, but current node already has a child, okay, if that's the case, then what should I do? Then I have to go and search in my left subtree for the appropriate place for my new node. Okay, so otherwise what I should do is I should say that current is equal to current dot left. Okay, and that's where I'll close my else. So this block needs to go inside here. Okay, and now we will have similarly a block to insert towards the right. So here I will check if my current dot right is equal to null. If that's the case, what should I do? I should say that my current dot right is equal to new node, and for my new node I will set current as the parent. So for new node dot parent will be equal to the current node, and I will return. But if the current node already has a right child, in that case what should I do? I should search in the right subtree. So I'll say current is equal to current dot right, and then I'm done. Okay, so this block should go here. Okay, and that's all that is really required. Okay, so now think about the time complexity of this particular function. Okay, so we start from the root, and in the best case there is no root, so we are able to make the new node as the root. Otherwise we have to iterate through our tree. Okay, so before we go to time complexity, we did not fill up the condition required here, right? So condition really is not required. Okay, so what is going to happen is, in this particular manner, we are going to start from the root. We are going to take one of the branches if that exists, and then eventually we are going to find the right place to insert our new node. Okay, so while, and there is nothing required, so while true, okay, you can say that while true. We don't really need any explicit condition to check. So this might seem like infinite loop, but we know that this loop is definitely going to end when we find right place to insert. So now let's think about the time complexity of this algorithm. So we start from the root. Best case, there is no root, you insert it here. Otherwise, the second best case is that you find out that the new value needs to go to a particular branch of the root, and that branch doesn't have a child for root. So you insert that node there. But otherwise, what you need to do, you need to go and search into the corresponding left subtree or right subtree for the right place to insert your new node. And how long will you keep on doing this? It will happen at the most for the height of your binary search tree. Okay, so in the worst case, you might have to go through the longest path in your tree, starting from root to a leaf, and there you go and insert your new node. Okay, so in the worst case, the time required would be proportional to the height of your binary search tree. And in worst case, what will be the height of my binary search tree? That's the question you should think about, and we'll talk about it sometime later.